Never Say Never and Jeff Jenkins, he's out of Orlando, Florida, and shout out to his brother here, Justin, who's been on the show. Of course, as Paramount Global Security, he was on the show. He had a very funny scene about the baby being on the bed.
As soon as you said his name, that's exactly what I thought about.
That's an all-time classic.
That was.
Now, that one I knew was going to go, and it went. It did well. It did very well clip-wise.
That might have to be reissued now we have a bigger audience.
It has to be reissued. If you haven't seen it, we'll put it back out. But his brother, Jeffrey Jenkins, this show is about him. Let me just play the clip, and I'll let you guys watch it, and then we'll react to it and tell you what I came across there. Yes, just awesome show. I stayed up watching that entire show, and also they had a premiere last night, and where they played the show, and then they had a Q&A with Jeff. And it's just so inspirational, man. Just the way, it's really inspirational, really motivational. He's telling people like, hey, it's never too late to do what you need to do. He's this is a guy who was a music teacher in school for a few years, and I think even more than a few years. I think he said about 8 or 9 years or so, or whatever that case may be. And then he just said, man, listen, my heart's just not in this. This is just something I know I can do. It was for security purposes, 401k, paying my bills. But what I really want to do is get out, travel the world, do stuff, and help people and get paid doing it. It sounds like a pipe dream when if you think about it. But he left his security, left where he felt secured at a school as a music teacher, and went and did that, man. He said his first stop I'm pretty sure was Rwanda. I haven't heard that since Kanye West album. And so
remember the movie Hotel Rwanda with Don Cheadle.
Okay, so we can only think of rich people that has been there. And so he went there, and that's where his journey started. And it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. A guy right here from Orlando.
How did it go, from a journey of traveling to a show? Did he just talk about that? Yeah, so he talked about that. Somebody asked him about it. And basically, so when he started his journey there, and something about he helped the people there build like this water dam, and then he just kept traveling and kept going to different places. And he said he had goals. He set goals, and one of his goals that he would always remind himself of daily, like a daily affirmation, was I want to show, a TV show to basically do what I'm doing now. Right. And that was one of the things. And then all of a sudden these guys came to him and said, hey, we have this idea for this TV show, and we kind of want you to star in it. And he was like, and the lady was saying, are you surprised that we came to you? And he's like, no, man, I this is one of my daily affirmations. I knew this was coming. This is one of my goals, and that's crazy, man. That's crazy. So he wasn't shopping the show idea.
No.
Other people came to him and said, hey, we'd love to do a show with you as the...
Yes, because he had been traveling to all of these different places, doing all of these different things, living his dream and doing basically what you see a lot in this show. He was already doing in all these different places. And when you put that out there, so people are going to catch on watching and say, hey, I think we could do something with this. And he's a bigger guy, so showing people that you can, there's no weight restriction, there's no skin restriction. You can do it. You can do it. You just have to make your mind up and go do it, man.
That's pretty cool.
It is, man.
Did he talk about smashing chicks from different countries and stuff?
No,
he didn't.
We were in a church actually. I had to. You know what? I was going to.
Don't act like there's no banging going on at church.
I was going
we
to
know
the
better.
Place. And shout out to Keith Chapman. We parked at the same time, and I was getting out, and I was like, because I had never been there, and all these cars are there, and I'm like, damn, I hope I'm not going to church, man.
This is a horrible miscalculation.
Because I would feel obligated to stay a little bit.
If it was church?
Yeah, if it was church, I don't know why. It stems from it. Just I would feel uncomfortable walking into a preacher's sermon and then, this is not where I'm supposed to be, and walking right out. That's like,
there's only one way I would stay at all, and that would be some good singing.
There you go.
But as soon as the singing ends, I'm out.
Matter of fact, you better walk in on the singing part.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It better be singing immediately and good. And as soon as that's over, I'm leaving.
But shout out to Jeff. As you can see, it premiered on National Geographic. You can still catch, the reruns and stuff like that when you see the schedule. But you can catch it at any time on Disney Plus and Hulu. All right, for those who have it. And if you're like me and you have an app and a Fire Stick, you can definitely watch it anytime you want to. Never say never. It's on there. Run it up. Share it with your people, man. This is a guy from right here in Orlando, Florida. If you're not from Orlando, you're just a Floridian, you share it. If you're not, you're from the South, you share it. If not, you just share it because it's an awesome, great show. All right? I like that, man. I like that. We're going to try to get him up here.
Yeah, we got to get him in here. That'd be really interesting.
He's been doing his press run. He told us last night he did about 40, 45 interviews this week already or the past week and a half or so.
That's got to be mind-boggling. Like,
it does,
you're just asked a series of questions. Like,
yeah.
Do you get bored answering? Do you answer them differently just because?
And they asked him. He said that they don't expect him to do that, or they didn't ask him to do that. Matter of fact, they asked him, "Why are you doing it so much? Doing so many interviews?" And he's just saying, "Man, I just want the maximum amount of people to watch it and see this. I want this to get out.
Yeah,
as much as it can, and I'm not afraid to do the work. I'm not, not too lazy to do the work. So shout out to Jeff, man. He's working. He's working.
So are we. So pay attention to us.
Yeah, that's it, man. On the Bench Podcast with Bubba and Pink.
Mm-hmm.